Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more of the meta. So guys, I want to go ahead and show you some more defensive gameplay. Me using the Carolina Panthers playbook. It's a 34 base playbook. In particular, I'm gonna highlight a couple of empty defensive sets out of the 61 defenses with 43 defense even. And the blitz we're going to look at, this is going to be the Sam Blitz 3. This is a setup that I've been working on versus empty sets. I just like to have more coverage in this, and you're going to see this guy that I'm playing against. This guy is about an average player. He's not a great player. He made some good decisions. He had some good reads, but for the most part he wasn't the best player, and I get a rage quit out of this guy at the end of the game just because I had really effective offense against him. And for the most part, he was, his defense is bad, so it kind of puts me in a driver's seat. If I do get a stop, I'm going to get a rage quit. Anytime I see tight formation, I always jump into basically hard flats, cover 3, and I try to use the hook zone defender because I'm trying to look for like mesh concepts from a passing standpoint. I pressed all my guys, and the one thing about playing against the Detroit Lions is that their offensive line is really, really good. And they've got arguably the best dual backfield in the game with two running backs outside of maybe the Miami Dolphins. They're a really stacked offensive team. Here is where I make a really bad adjustment. This is like the first game. It's the first thing in the morning. I typically don't play first thing in the morning. And what I'm trying to do is my adjustment was actually to go ahead and man this guy up on here and try to send the dogs against this with the hope that if he's going to do anything with these tight ends, pressure's going to get him before he can do anything. But I make the wrong adjustment, and he actually has a pretty good play. So I'm shifting my guys over. I make the wrong adjustment. He's got an auto motion where I believe you got a post route that kind of goes this way, and you've got like an out route right here. And because this guy's manned up, he gets out of the area, leaving this area wide open for an easy completion. I get myself mixed up because I have thought I had a blitzing linebacker on that guy, because that's typically what I do when I use engage 8 out of the 4-4, and as a result he dotted me up. Perfect read, nice little move right there to get himself in the field goal range. So right now I'm actually going ahead and jumping into I don't know what I'm going to do. So he's an empty halfback weak, and I'm going to go ahead and set this up man align. And I realized I wanted to be in the 61. I ended up going into double A gap, and I just figured I'm going to go ahead and double A gap and see how he responds to it. So double A gap this guy. These guys are manned up, but you're wide open, so I've got to go get over to that. As soon as I saw there was no man alignment or no alignment over there, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that. He throws a nice little slant underneath. I should have inside shaded, so I go back to base against this guy. He's in basically bunch flex, and I jump into cover 6, and right here I'm actually trying to go ahead and set things up. I'm trying to set up just a basic cover 6. He hits a nice little inside zone right there, out wide zone. He's able to go ahead and do a nice little run, get a first down. So he's really just destroying my defense right now. This guy's having his way with everything I do. Every adjustment I make, I'm going into the wrong play. Right here he actually dots me up. He's just quick snapping. He's playing the plays as they are, quick snapping, just making reads with what he's doing. And a lot of players out there that play this game basically just play stock plays and just make reads from there. And if you have a very diverse playbook, it can be very difficult to stop somebody if they keep showing you different formations, different plays, and they don't work out of a scheme. It can be extremely difficult. So right here, just jump into cover 4. I think I'm trying to hard flat. I had to go ahead and play the seam. He actually does like an RPO and just runs the ball right up in the middle, essentially just shaving my entire defense. So I want to kind of show you guys like one of the things about when you're playing against someone, the mentality of the game and why they rage quit against you is that if you have really good offense, they're going to have some difficulties against your defense. So right here it actually goes into gun empty bunch open. So I'm getting empty. This is exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into man alignment, and I'm going to jump into the 43 even. And what I do is I hit them with the man will blitz, and you can see how these guys all just get perfectly lined up perfectly right over their man. You can press them down, and the corners on the edges don't actually go ahead and when you show blitz, they don't get over the top. I did an inside shade. You can see the pressure comes in even with that really stout offensive line for the Lions, and he just I get myself deflection with the pass. He goes an empty wide, a halfback wide trio, and now I actually jump into the play that I want to highlight. All right, so this is basically a cover 3 version of it. It should be man-to-line. You've got man matching principles with these guys. These guys are going to man match, and then what I noticed is that the hook zone defender, which is always was recommended to use this, you don't get consistent block shed. This guy right here, if you get a person over the center, he should get in free to the quarterback every time. But what I found out is that if you use the hook zone defender, the free rec hook guy, what happens is a lot of times, sometimes this line kind of shifts and then comes back, and he doesn't get a clean release. So what I've discovered is if I take the safety, put him down into the box, and put this guy into deep third, or just leave him in his pass responsibility, this guy is consistently going to get in against this offensive line setup. So that was one of the adjustments that I've discovered with this. You can see how he comes in clean. Offensive lineman, who I think was one of the better offensive linemen in the game, does not even respect him. Pressure's coming in, and I've got basically out protection right there with that seam flat protection. So now it goes into doubles. I jump out of it, and I jump into basically cover 3. I figure I'm just going to hit this guy with the pressure right here. I take my guys up, put him up, and I've got pressure. Basically, this blitz is all picked up. He's able to go and hit me with a little crow route. So what he was doing, he was streaking, and then he was doing a curl route, and he was just high-low. When I showed a man pressure, this guy knew what to do with this, and he would hit me with a curl because I had to do over-the-top coverage. I couldn't give basically a long touchdown when I hit him with the man blitz. So now I'm stuck on man-align. I don't have my defense set up correctly. He does an off-tackle run with Montgomery, and one of the few times I actually go and stop his run, get him in the 2nd and 10, go back into base align. He jumps into bunch right here, and I go ahead and set this up. I've got basically, I got a cover 4 coverage or cover 2 coverage over here on this side. I've got myself a hard flat, so any kind of coverage, anything that he's got going over here is going to basically be locked up. Man this guy up on the back side because I want to make sure that this guy carries, and I've got this flat hook zone, so if any kind of carries or this running back carries, I'm going to do this. My responsibility is to protect anything that crosses over the middle, and you're going to watch how he layered this play and basically blew me up. So now I've got 3 wide receivers over here, and this is the wrong match principle. I've got to go out to this side because it goes with this motion play, and I've got to go ahead and take away that wheel route because this guy is wide open if I don't carry correctly with this particular play. So I'm actually going ahead trying to carry him on the back side. Look at this route. So I have to carry this on the back side. He's got this route crossing over the middle of the field. He reads it perfectly, dots me up in that type of situation, and just plays. That was a right play against the right defense. If I'd have jumped in maybe cover 4 quarters and played the middle defender, that would have been a little bit cleaner look because it would have been doubles on each side. So he just dotted me up on that. So auto motion's killing me in this game so far. I'm basically in 34, and I just go ahead and just jump into a basic, drop show cover 4. I've got some edge pressure off the edge. I send my blitzers down there. He's not able to get the ball off. I get him into a 2nd and 10. So now I think I go ahead and try to hit him up with the Sam Blitz again. But I've got my guys base aligned, so I'm not making the correct adjustment right here. So I go ahead and drop this guy down to the box to get the pressure in. I've got the 3 rec hook over the middle, and I think what I do is I man him up over the slot. I got to protect the left side, so I've got this side pretty much locked up. So, and this guy crosses over the middle of the field, or he doesn't out. This is all boxed off. So my responsibility is to play over on this side. So I'm going to hold a little bit and then move out and take away the 3 rec, which essentially would be the running back. You can see pressure comes in clean. This is a good defense to go and use. And right here, I get himself into a 3rd and 19 situation. in this play. So I figured, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just keep using the Sam Blitz 3 and just see how things work out right there. So he goes into doubles, Y off nasty. I still have it man align. And I pretty much got the option of what I want to do with this guy. So I think what I do is I put him over that route right there, over the tight end route in case there's any kind of a cross route. And then I'm going to be playing the middle of the field and backing out. But I want to try to engage. And in this type of situation, this guy knows the pressure's coming in. He blocks his running back. All right, so I'm winning defensively. I've got basically, 5 guys in coverage. I've got to kind of play the middle of the field, but I've also got to engage the center with this defense. So now I'm backing out, and he's got a crossing route over the middle of the field. I like, this guy, he does have leverage over here, but you could see that it's just one of those situations where he's doing this. And here's a pass right to me, and I just don't get there in time. So Polyer doesn't necessarily make a play. That could have been an interception. Get him into a 2nd and 2. And I think what I did is I decided to go ahead and hit this guy with the same play right here. And I don't have it set up correctly. He does do a pressure, but you could see he's doing the smart play. So he's doing this little hitch route, quick snapping it. I didn't get the play set up correctly, and as a result, he's able to go ahead and get the ball to a first down. So I realized, okay, I can't use this Sam Blitz 3 too much. I've got to mix it up. And I think this is where I go ahead and jump into, see, you use Sam Blitz again. He's got 4 wide receivers off to the right side. Everything's picked up for the most part. He actually takes a shot in the corner, and that is locked up because I got 2 defenders, and he's not able to go ahead and get that off. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Right here, I go ahead and just jump into cover 34 odd. And as a cover 6, I'm just going to blitz everybody. I don't want to give this guy any kind of time whatsoever. Pressure comes in. He's taking some time to read, and as a result, I get him into a 3rd and 10. And I'm like, okay, so this guy's struggling with the pressure. It seems like when he has to make fast decisions, he's not really making good decisions. He goes into gun type. I go ahead and go with the man blitz version of this. Problem though is that I think I don't know if I have these guys man aligned, but I'm going to go use Riley on the edge right here. I'm going to shade to the inside. So I'm going to shade to the inside because I don't want any kind of crossing routes that can actually do this. And I'm going to try to get to the edge with the hope that this guy's going to come in, and I'm going to fall back into coverage from there. So right here we go ahead and send the pressure, and look what he does. He's got a bench concept, and I'm shaded on the inside. So he's going to get out leverage right here. He does block his running back, so that does give him some time. So that pressure that typically will come in, he did come in, but he made the right read, and he got good quarterback, good team. You're going to basically catch those balls. So right here, I basically go up. I get a field goal, and then I go by and get another touchdown right here to go and get the ball into the end zone, going up 17-0. And it's for him a situation where he has to score to stay in this game, or he's going to essentially rage quit. So I haven't shown this to him at all. He goes into bunch X nasty. He's shown me a lot of motion plays, so I figured I'm just going to go jump into cover 6, but I'm going to quickly audible into cover 4. And the reason I'm going to run cover 4 is because he's going to have one of these routes where this guy motions over, auto motions and stuff like that, give me a 2-2 set. And cover 4 quarters is perfect for 2-2, and it's also perfect for bunch concepts too, because they do perfect handoffs with bunch. So you can see this guy motions over and then comes back again. I have perfect defense against this guy. I've got the perfect defense set up. He actually goes in and sits right there. I've got coverage right here, but I've got this guy right here, and I think what I did is I sent my blitzer at him. You can see I sent a blitzer, and I've got double coverage in the back right here with the bracket coverage. He throws into it. I'm able to go and run against this wide receiver, and able to go ahead and get into the end zone and get a rage quit against this guy. So just want to kind of show you some of the things I'm doing on defense, just trying, experimenting, trying to go ahead and find other ways to be a little bit more effective against bunch sets and stuff like that. So if you guys run that 61 defense, if you run that Sam Blitz, let me know down in the notes. And once again, thanks for support, guys. Until next time.